device default. Properties for audio input capture device default. Maybe. Hang on. Sounds back.
Yeah, you've brought it back to the Discord settings.
Yeah, because I'm in Discord settings. I did not go.
Yeah,
to,
you've brought it back.
I did
to
not
Discord
go to
settings.
test.
It was on
back
test.
Discord settings. It was for a second.
Yeah,
Remember, there's a delay.
I did
not go to test.
It was on
back
test.
Discord settings. It was for a second. Remember, there's a delay. I did not go to test. Too many voices in my head.
Sound is back on the Discord, on the chat,
back.
by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sound is
Did you change anything, or is this going to be like work where it's going to fix itself? And I'm going to hate it.
I clicked on properties and opened up the properties of each of the audio input and output things, and sound came back.
Ah, fucking soft bitches. I hate them. Have you tried reconfiguring the primary power coupling?
No, I haven't. I have not turned it off and back on yet.
Also, Dad, you could put Discord on full screen again like we did last time. I don't know if it was before.
That was
but
out. What are you? See, now we have screwed stuff up.
Bottom right.
Now things are worse. Now matters are worse.
What's up?
Okay, heroes, what are you doing?
Where did that come from? Oh, crap. See, now matters are worse, Daniel.
Campbell, you have, like...
Huh? What happened, Discord?
That's a pretty good answer. Okay, Campbell, do you have any kind of lore skill about noble houses?
I do not. It wasn't available to my character at all. I
Not
would
even
have.
from your background as a minor noble?
You know, let me double check. But I don't think so. I don't think it was given to me.
It seems like a thing you should know about.
It does.
Maybe only for like his planet, though.
Do you remember where you roll for?
In the character creation section.
Generic characteristics.
Probably under Homeworld, Campbell.
So it seems like a thing that you should have some. So it seems like a thing that you should.
Yeah, it doesn't really give me. So I rolled high enough to get the family were privileged, top aspire, living in luxury. Get also the burden of leadership. You likely prize dignity, respect, and your lessers, for the respect from your lessers, and strength above all things. It doesn't say I get anything for rolling.
So you came from an imperial world, right?
Yes. I mean, we can probably just assume that I was like an extra son that they just like shunted off to the guard.
So if you were
Destroy
sent to a firstborn regiment,
right.
You have to be firstborn.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why they're called the Vestroyan Firstborn.
That's right, and I made myself, and we're the Vestroyan. I am a member of the Vestroyan Firstborn. Forgot about that. So I would. I mean,
Okay, so I'm gonna roll me an intelligence check.
Ramo, a smart man.
Ramo's as smart as he is everything else.
So not really.
So
So remember, I rolled a crap load of 11. There's a 17 though, versus a 31.
There you go.
So
here I am talking.
You know that, like, on most imperial worlds, noble houses control different industries. Like, they're responsible for the functioning of the, like, manufactura and imperial farm conglomerates, et cetera, et cetera. And they have, like, business contracts to manage those things. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, even though the tech priests run the actual manufacturing, the noble houses run the commerce side of it.
Okay.
And that there's probably, like, more noble houses involved in manufacturing weapons for the Empire on Malfi. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Bubba's Skarn, Daniel's UG number pattern, J number pattern, Stefan.
Like step on D's nuts, not mine. Please don't step on my nuts, anybody.
I mean,
Later.
you just live 3 miles away. I can come over and hook you up.
So at the end of the day, if I want someone to step on my bits, I have a wife, but I don't want anyone to step on my bits. That's not to yuck anyone's yum. It's just not my yum.
But Daniel, what about Goblin?
Goblin
D's nuts. Thank you, Badcast.
I will
give a shout out there to the 40K Badcast. Thank you, guys.
Anyway,
sorry.
Stepan.
Yes.
The nobles in the situation most likely wouldn't know too much about the day-to-day running of these factories, but they would have access to all the reports, and they're probably following the loss of several of their tech priests very close.
Well, we're supposed to meet with the house anyway, so let's go figure out where we have to get an audience from.
Yep. Where did I hear me from? Where are we double tapped? Did I just hear it from Daniel's screen?
You're good. You're good. I was pulling Twitch up on my phone so I could monitor the chat.
Okay, I was confused. I heard me and I was like, I don't want to hear me. I suck.
Oh, wait.
We know.
Wait. Hey, Mary. I asked you to do something the other day. You don't have to hang out in the Twitch. Just check every once in a while if there's anybody there talking. I'm hiring us a mod. Part-time mod, anyway.
Very nice. Room and board.
Fewer butt kickings, for goodness.
Yeah, I'll take that.
What was the name of the noble house again?
House DeVere.
House DeVere?
Why don't you take notes, yo?
I spelled it D-A-V-I-R. Campbell doesn't take notes. That would require him to write legibly.
I spelled it D-E-V-E-R-E.
That's a lot of letters, buddy. A lot of E's.
D-E-E-V-E-I-E.
You just call him House
D-E-E-V-E-I-E.
Saw a shirt once. Go ahead, Jonathan.
No, just House DeVere. D-E-E-V-E-E-I-A-R.
Hey, somebody send Mary the link.
House
Link for what?
DE-VER.
Twitch.
Devere.
No, D.
Why do we need to send her a link? She can just look up Mikey's Marauders.
Yeah, it shows up. People can type.
She's not that incompetent.
Just Mikey's Marauders.
Damn, now I know who's going to step on your sack. Listen off baby sister, she's going to mess you up.
Hey, you've met her. She's little.
She real ill.
I can just like hold my arm out and she can't reach me anymore.
I could like put her on top of the fridge.
I'm just gonna say this, my ex was 4'11", and she hit me hard enough to knock me off of a porch one time. I fell about 6 feet.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
That
laugh.
sounds like a first problem.
I'm gonna laugh when she makes you about 2 inches tall, the way you always threaten to bub. She just walks by and goes whack.
She is like at perfect height. It's like shoulder weight. And she's like, haha.
It's the same reason Campbell catches it so often.
Yeah.
It's just like right there.
I hate you.
Anyways, is there more data to review? We've gotten really sidetracked.
Yeah, we have.
Yes, there's more data to review.
Okay.
But you guys have to the onus is on you guys to ask the question.
Okay. No, I just like that wasn't me trying to say Bruce help. That was me saying let's get back on track at least for a little bit.
Do we know-
you have suggestions of what we should look at? You're more.
Not off the top of my head. I'd say in a creepy tech priest way because I wasn't thinking about saying it in character.
Do we have the name of the person we're gonna meet at House Devere?
No.
Okay.
Is there a greater accident record, or when did the accident start? How far back?
It's like 3 months.
When does that? How does that coincide with the murder of our first Annika?
Ooh,
Ooh, that's a good question.
that's nice. I like that. That's a good question.
Yeah.
It's about the same time.
Okay. Is there a weird? Are there occurrences on this planet also coinciding to the birth of all the duplicates?
No.
Okay.
So there's no cloning issue here.
In theory.
Do the
In theory.
videos have any audio or visual artifact that were similar to when
When Dad's camera couldn't record the Slanesh stuff.
yeah.
I know what Campbell's getting at.
No.
Okay. Also, dumb question. What was the Inquisitor's name again?
Kurtz.
Kurt?
Man, it's like Campbell starting his notes from scratch.
I'm spelling it with a Z.
That's fine.
Bruce, I assume
Kurtz. That's how it's supposed to be spelled.
Okay.
I
Kurtz and
assume
long.
I assume I can't make
Hold on.
a. I assume I assume I can't make a science check on these videos to see if there's anything spooky about them.
You can.
Ah, yes. Warp Photoshop. Hold on, it's video. Warp After Effects. Sorry.
I rolled a 45 against 33.
You detect nothing.
Hey guys, that shit's fucked up, man. You see that machine fall on that dude? That was weird.
Yeah, that's what we're here to figure out, buddy.
Crazy, right?
Thanks. That's what we're here to figure out. Is that
6 out of 10.
I mean, nobody turned into a crab claw woman, so.
Yeah, that was really weird. I don't want that to happen.
No one wants that to happen again.
Um,
However, I do have a nifty new bolt rifle and am looking
Bolt gun?
sorry.
You know,
Belly Call hasn't been around and making his knee things.
Hey, Bruce, do we know about the other Chaos Gods like Korn and Nurgle and such?
You don't.
Okay. I can't make that comment then.
No, that's not common lore. That's like
Okay.
forbidden lore.
That's my forbidden lore
That is
heresy and
that's
cults.
Jeff's
Okay.
area of expertise, and he's only scratching the surface of that kind of thing.
Okay, I was gonna.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that Skarn prefers Kornate demons over Slaneshi because at least Korn just wants you dead. It doesn't want to skull fuck you.
Doesn't want to murder fuck you.
Yeah, with all kinds of weird hentai squiggly shit.
Where's the fun in that?
Where do all of the different tech priests who have been murdered work? How many have been murdered?
So there are a total of 10 deaths. 8 of them have been in Manufactoria owned by Devere or controlled by Devere. The other 2 have been in Manufactory controlled by, let me find my note. The other noble house is called House Giannini.
You're gonna have to spell that, home slice.
I'm not gonna fucking try.
Gianini.
Okay.
It's like it's literally the Italian name for Jonathan.
Okay. Campbell, I also copy pasted my notes to you on Facebook. Like all of my notes.
Okay. And that's who you're asking. That's like a rival house, right?
Yes, they're economic rivals.
So we definitely want to meet with them too.
So the 2 that died in House Giannini, Manufactoria, include the one that was killed by the servitor in the misfiring meltagun.
Okay.
Do we have records on where that meltagun is now?
That meltagun is in the hands of House Giannini, like PDF.
Is it a locally made meltagun?
Yes, that's part of. So, as you guys do more research, you find that House De Vere has contracts for bolt weapons from like bolt pistols up through like Vulcan mega bolters. And they supply PDF, Astra Militarum, Adeptus Arbites, and a couple of other like Imperial factions.
But
as
if
well
you're getting
as
into Vulcans, that's like Imperial Guard stuff.
oh yeah, like
And Titans.
big fuck off Imperial Guard stuff.
It goes on some of the Baneblade chassis too, Bub.
Yeah.
One of the Baneblade chassis carries the Vulcan Mega Bolter.
Yep. House Giannini specializes in energy weapons, so they provide like lays and melta and plasma to all of the same buyers.
Entities. Okay.
Yep.
The Devere deaths, are they spread out among multiple factorums or are they in one?
So they're giant hive manufactoria. So they're like there's several different bay assembly line buildings,
Right.
like structures that are all part of the same like industrial park campus. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like assembly line A does bolt pistols, assembly line B does bolters, assembly line C does heavy bolters, but they're all part of the same like overarching
They're still on Campus
manufacturer
A.
campus. Yeah.
Campus A has line A, B, and C.
Yep.
And all 8 of those deaths are in that campus.
Yep.
Hey, Udge, does this look
Yes.
like the same machine falling over and over?
Does it?
Well, no, because at least one of them was a meltagun blast.
Different building.
Different building. That was in-house Giannini's.
So yeah, so the 8 killed by falling machinery in DeVere. Is it, even if it's on a different line, is it the same like section of the different lines? Is it like this is the part that puts the receiver in?
No, it is like different industrial automata, different like sintering printers, different like auto lathes, and like it's different machinery.
Okay. Does Udge see any heretical Mechanicus stuff anywhere? Like symbols that aren't part of a typical cult Mechanicus
Ooh,
operating space?
Nice.
give me awareness.
Hmm.
Or do you have evaluate?
I don't, but I rolled a 5. Evaluate would actually be better for me if you want it to be that one. I succeed no matter what. I rolled a 5.
Yep.
The
You
difference
score
would be
multiple
a
levels. You score
degree of
multiple
success.
levels of success, and everything looks up and up. Like there's no foreign iconography. There's no anything like that. The thing that stands out to you is that all of these machines should be like bolted to the floor.
Okay.
Like they should all be much more secure than they are.
They shouldn't be capable of falling, so it's extra weird that they are falling.
Yes.
So machines like lathes and mills and such.
Yep.
Okay.
Except, bolter sized.
I think we need to go talk to the house because I think we're going to have to look at what tech priests have died and what do their reviews look like? What was their productivity?
We could probably find that out now.
How did
Okay.
they treat their... I'm guessing there's humans working alongside all the servitors and that?
Yep. I mean, standard forge workers, forge
So you-
slaves, etc.
Are they cult forge workers like you would find on a forge world, where everyone is part of the cult Mechanicus, just not necessarily in the priesthood of the cult Mechanicus? Or are they like House Goliath mooks?
More along the line of House Goliath mooks.
Okay.
Like
That'll
without
deserve.
without the strength mods, they don't need those.
Yeah, it's just like that was the closest idea I could come up with.
But they're
Yeah.
more like locals than they are indoctrinated into the cult.
Yeah.
Mechanicus.
Correct.
They may be indoctrinated into a cult, just maybe not the Mechanicus one.
It may be the
Yeah.
wrong cult.
Yeah.
Probably more along the lines of Imperial cult factory workers, like than cult Mechanicus, like
Okay.
low grade servitors with like a restraining bolt on their head or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, then,
The servitor with the melta gun. Was there anything weird about that video, Udge?
It just, honest to God, looks like a melting gun went off.
Just exploded.
Just on accident.
like those
And
two might,
vaporized the servitor. And
like the two in House Giannini might be legit accidents, but the 8 in the House DeVere factories look
Staged.
staged.
A little sus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Udge, how fast can you look up the records of these tech priests and see what their productivity was? And
I'm gonna guess the answer is beep boop bop. Here's the data.
that's kind of what I was hoping.
Is it that fast?
That's why I'm talking to our tech priest guy about obtaining data from a database for us.
Okay, so Daniel, here is what you learn. Just checking, like, interfacing with the Cult Mechanicus Noosphere, like, subjunction,
Okay.
is that the tech priests that have died are all junior level tech priests. They have good report cards, good evaluations from their senior priests. Like they're like, you're still like relatively low level yourself. They're about on par with you. Where like
Okay.
their tech priest superior is giving them good marks on their report cards, saying that they're doing
Okay.
good work.
I wonder then what it would look like if we just started pulling maybe 2 and 10 tech priests in those areas and see what they look like. To get a baseline to see if these guys are above average and exceeding the standard or not.
They're not. They're not getting turned into servers, so they're at least meeting quotas.
Right. Okay.
And at the end of the day, that's all the AdMech's going to care about.
Mm-hmm.
It's working at an acceptable efficiency.
Okay.
But these guys aren't. They're not like being reprimanded. They're not like, hey, shithead, don't fuck up or we're gonna servitorize your ass. It's like, hey, good job in the cult.
I wonder how they're treating their workers.
The humans
Yes.
or the locals?
Could there be disgruntled groups of wage slaves?
I don't think the Mechanicum would have those records. I'll be honest.
I don't think so either, but I'm curious. Could this be almost a Viva la Revolution Rise of the Proletariat?
Well, it wouldn't be a revolution because those involve guillotines, but it might just be a revolution.
So if you don't catch any video of anybody throwing their shoes into the machine.
Dang it.
No. There you go.
How about, are there any Pinkertons?
Ooh.
I mean,
Pinkerton still exists in 40K.
I don't think they have magic cards, but you know.
Oof.
We'll timestamp that with that one.
Jonathan, you have a question?
You're muted.
You need to go? It's time for you to leave?
Put some ice on that burn for the Pinkertons.
Oh, okay.
Oh, how were you planning on? Like, how were you? What was your plan on charading that out?
You bitches are the Pinkertons.
Yeah, we are.
It us.
Yeah.
We the baddies.
Oop, it us. We
Oop.
Pinkerton.
Oop, we're Pinkertons.
I can't think of anything else to look at though. I've exhausted my Daniel level brain powers.
Yeah, I think it's time to talk to the head of house or whoever we're going to talk to. Are we in like another Arbites precinct watching the footage, or are we in?
You guys are
think
still
we're on the
aboard
ship.
Sword of Stars.
Oh, okay.
Udge is gonna don his like not Joe Blow robes though, like the not the ceremonial robes, because I'm just going to meet with a moron, but not like my combat robes that have holes in them.
I'm just wearing robes.
Yeah, I just don't want like my potential bosses to see me wearing like all but rags.
Yep, Skarn's just gonna go down there in the psyker robes with a bit of body armor underneath, just in case. Because everybody hates psychers.
I'm bringing the carapace armor we got to keep.
Oh, I'm wearing it all the time.
But
I don't care.
I'm not actively wearing it right.
Hey,
Okay.
Daniel.
So I will attempt to get into it after the meeting. But right now I'm in like noble meeting noble attire.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
wearing any of it either.
You're in like swag
So-
clothes, huh?
Campbell, give yourself a temporary +5 bonus to fellowship when dealing with House De Veers.
Okay.
What were you gonna say, Bella?
I imagine you're no longer wearing the armor. It has started to become part of you. Like you are slowly grafting it onto your skin.
Into yourself.
Yeah.
Nah,
One
we're
with the
not
machine.
that far yet.
Okay.
I'm still mostly human. I am
Alright.
short in arm now, though, which is nice.
We will take our leave of the Inquisitor and head to our lighter.
Okay. You guys enter the atmosphere. It is like planet is choked with gray clouds.
Just check.
Once you break the cloud cover, you approach huge, like, excuse me, like classical beehive shaped hive. Land on a docking platform about halfway up and are met by some people in some very formal, like very fancy looking clothing with like gold brocade, rapiers, very ornate bolt weapons.
Jeff, what was your last name?
Gurgis.
Jurgis?
Gurgis.
Gurgis.
Jonathan,
Does it look like they've ever actually had to use their stuff? Like their armor or their weapons?
it is all incredibly well maintained.
Skarn doesn't like them. They're too clean.
Skarn, what's your last name?
Von Tannen.
Fontanen?
VON Fun Tannen. TANNEN.
Duke
I
of
had to take
Christmas
an out of that
trees.
because it didn't fit into the text block.
Fontanen.
I like that Brandon, like you said, Daniel, is suddenly like 4 games in building a.
Shut up. Shut up. UJ numbers. What are your numbers?
I sent them to you.
Listen, I don't take notes, but suddenly I have to meet with a noble, and I don't want to make myself not look like a dumbass.
Too late.
Yeah. Oops.
It is UJ665.
I messaged him while he was asking Dad his last name.
He's like, I know what Campbell's doing. I hear
I'm shocked it
rapping,
wasn't 69,420.
right?
I thought real hard about it.
Hey, Campbell, you know what I haven't been doing this entire time?
Taking notes.
Taking notes. I don't have a single page.
Dumbass.
I'm just flying by the seat of my pants.
All right, so in the note section
Jeff?
of other players, let's go ahead and put
Yes.
dumbass.
I decided to repurpose this chimera. It is going to
Ooh.
be my. It's going to be my my enforcer patrol vehicle for our Ash Wastes campaign.
Okay.
That's Dad's
I put
plan
the
too.
I put the 9495, like the precinct number, on the side, and the back end has, I don't know if you can see it, has a cab.
Yes.
All cops are bastards graffiti on the ass end of the Chimera.
Nice.
We're hunting down the dirty scumbag Orlocks that have done that to our tank.
Campbell.
Scumbag
Probably me,
Orlock.
I guess.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
All right. So
So,
we
out of
we
the
met the
collection of House de Vere representatives, the one in the fanciest tunic steps forth and says her name is Beatrice de Vere. Yes, Jonathan.
Skarn is going to step forward and proudly proclaim, "Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen."
I grab him, like as he's starting to do it. I like grab the back of his collar and pull him back. No, 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 new guy, no.
New guy. Good afternoon, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, don't make me send you to Terra.
on Terra.
Don't make me send you to Terra. Get in the back.
He pulls out one of those little the forearm exercisers, the springs. Yeah, the big springs. He's just sitting there in the back.
Stop mixing your characters. You're a spiker. You're not Throgmorton.
Bro, he rolled 40 strong though.
Stop it. Stop rolling strong.
Have you not understood that there is one character for him? There's one. There's only Throckmorton. He just has many names and many
Patrice
systems.
Patrice looks at Ramo and is like, "Please, Sir Knight, control your subordinates.
Of course.
Wow.
His actions are very unbecoming."
Skarn has now broken out the portable dumbbells. He's just in the back.
My apologies. There were some. You know how these psychers engage. We've been trying to get fit a muzzle, but he keeps taking it off. My apologies. Let me try again. Greetings, Beatrice of House de Vere. I am Ramo of House Javan, scion of
House Javon?
scion of planet
Destroya.
Destroya. Thank you. Oh my god.
Planet.
Forgetting words. Anyway, this is not a character. Shut up.
You need notes about your own character now, don't you?
I couldn't
House of
remember
the-
the word.
Scion of
It happened. Ask me
Cab?
what egg rolls are.
Hold on.
Chinese
Scion of-
Doritos.
Scion of House Not Russia?
Yeah. Anyway,
You can't fix stupid guys.
Ed Campbell. And Bruce as well, when Beatrice remarks the whole Beatrice, my apologies, does the whole Aquila thing for the mention of a psyker, and you mentioned putting a muzzle on it. Skarn's in the back going,
Okay.
Little bug.
All right.
buddy!
Hey boy,
Anyway.
how you doing?
Hi, buddy.
Hey, little bug.
This whole game has just been sidetracked. There's no hope now.
It's a high inquisitor, right? We're following. Right.
So Kurtz is actually kind of a mid-level inquisitor.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Hi, little bug.
So
Say night,
Beatrice looks at you again, Campbell.
Daddy
And,
hugs. Give Daddy hugs.
tell me Ramo's last name again. Jorgen?
German.
German.
Buddy. Mwah. Love you.
Sir Ramo of House German, how can House de Vere be of assistance to the Emperor's Holy Inquisition?
Well, we have been sent here by Inquisitor Kurtz to investigate a few issues with the untimely demise and statistical demise of a number of tech adepts on your
I see.
a number of them have taken place in your house's manufactorum, and another number have taken place have happened in your rival house, Giannini. We would like
Those Giannini scum. My thought is that they're sabotaging our factories somehow. We haven't been able to figure that out yet.
Well, the Inquisition is here to hopefully root out any issues and any possible sabotage. May I introduce my fellow acolytes? You have had the misfortune of meeting Scar von Tennen. He is from the planet Cadia, and he had the unfortunateness of being psychically adept. He's our trained monkey. We do apologize.
I cast flashbang.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I hear you start muttering, and I stab your foot with my staff.
I really want to point out real quick. I want to remind you this is 40K. When psychers step out of line, they get shot in the skull.
Yeah, ye old anti-psycher rolled up newspaper. No. Assisting, we will also have our own personal tech adept of UJ665. And then, Jeff, you're, what was yours again?
I'm an adept.
Yeah. And then to chronicle and assist in research, we have the adept Stepan Garius.
At your service, my lady.
No wonder he needed notes.
Noted. So, I have a chimera reserved to take us to our manufactoria. You can examine the scene of the accidents, if they are accidents. Any scum.
Very well. Lead on, my lady.
Okay. She leans to one of the guys and whispers something that you guys can't hear, and he jogs ahead. As you guys get to this chimera, the chimera is very ornate, like super well decorated. The armor plates are sculpted. Jonathan, what are you doing?
Shit, I forgot I wasn't fucking muted. My bad. I see you, Brandon. Good on you, buddy. Taking care
Holding
of
his beard.
Beard care.
getting,
It's also fidgety, so don't draw attention to it.
I'm sitting here spinning my dice, pal. So, I think Dad's the only one not quite fidgety.
I mean, yeah, I'm playing with my fucking knife.
Huh.
I hear if you
So
do that,
you
you'll
guys-
wet the bed.
If you guys get to the chimera, it has an extended cabin. Like way back in the day, there was the M113. It was an armored personnel carrier. There was the M577, which was the command post variant. That was the back part was taller to house more equipment. This is increased in size like that to increase the comfort inside.
So we ride
I see what
style.
you're saying. Yeah.
So this is the 40K equivalent of an up armored SUV.
Yes.
Sort of.
Yeah, or maybe more like like instead of like the basic 998, you guys had Humvees with commo shelters on them.
Or
Like
like
that.
riding in the back of a Humvee two-door, except that there's enough space to stand up or
The seats are
sit up.
cushiony.
Yeah.
The guy who had gone ahead has prepared like glasses of local Amasec for you guys.
UJ will not.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
UJ will not drink it.
UJ takes a swig, and there's a blue flame that shoots out the back. Sorry, causes me to burn a little hot.
That's okay, Udge. I'll take that.
So you guys drive for about 20 minutes through different parts of the hive. Spend a couple of minutes in an elevator, descending into like the lower parts of the hive, and arrive at a like huge, like 3-story tall doorway. Yeah, go ahead.
Does anything on this trip feel like a safety standard that may have been lacked? Like in regards to those machines falling over because they weren't bolted properly, does Udge see anything along the way that seems akin to that?
So as you descend in the hive, things look more worn, but that's pretty common in any hive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jonathan, go ahead.
Is there space to like? Is there a commander's cupola in the crew compartment or no?
It is occupied by the actual vehicle commander.
Makes sense. Are there gunner hatches then?
Yep.
Like on the Striker?
No, just like the vehicle commander's cupola as
Okay.
a weapon station.
So there's no way for Skarn to get up top and look out over everything.
Correct.
I guess I'll just sit there and drink Amasec then.
I'm looking for someone who reminds me of me, like an administratum guy in her entourage.
All of the members of her entourage are dressed as imperial nobles. Like there's nobody that looks particularly like an adept or is wearing anything that would indicate that they're engaged in academia.
How about her personal secretary? The guy she sent ahead. I'll talk to him. I'm looking for like background information about the relations between the houses, who's running the planet. Is there a level above the two houses? Is there a third house?
So, House DeLong is in overall control of the planet.
House what?
DeLong.
DeLong. So, yeah, DeLong is in charge of like most of the administration and infrastructure of the planet itself. DeVere and Giannini are in like they're contracted to manage different parts of the weapons trade.
Sort of like Krupp and H&K.
Yep,
And GE.
Jonathan.
Can I perform a science check and see if anybody in this entire vehicle feels spooky?
You can.
I don't sense shit. I'd like to fate roll that, please.
Okay.
Are we gonna die because of what you've done?
No, it's just
Okay.
a science, and I did no better with an 85.
Let's say I don't think you could die from science.
Science is like our
Yeah, I'm just seeing.
You're hard to hear, Daniel.
science.
You're muted, dude. You're coming
I
through
muted it
camera.
while I had Ty. I forgot.
Yep.
Psi science is like Arcana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if
It's
anything
not that I don't
feels
trust psychers.
spooky.
It's just that I don't trust psychers.
Yeah, I rolled an 85. I imagine Skarn just looks around and goes, "This is some really good amasec."
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so the giant 3-story doors at the Manufactura swing open. You guys enter and you get out of the Chimera as the doors are swinging shut behind you. And Beatrice DeVere escorts you to the first site where one of the tech adepts died.
It's a Hoyd.
Listen, Daniel, you can't have your weenie on the internet.
Dicks out.
Especially not
Harambe?
on Twitch for Harambe. Too soon.
Weenie's out for Harambe.
Too soon.
I catch up to Udge and I kind of draw you aside a little bit while we're walking there. So, you think we should hit her up with your bolt gun findings? Or should we hold that surprise for later?
I suspect she has no knowledge of anything important.
So that'd be a good surprise for later. Do you see anything that seems out of place?
What do you want me to roll for that, Bruce?
So give me an evaluate roll.
And of course, my camera's rolling.
I am going to fate that. I still fail. And I don't get my fate back.
Haha.
So just on the surface, like the prima facie thing, it is like everything looks pretty much on the up and up.
We're at the site of the first murder, right?
Well, death.
First death.
We don't know if it's a murder yet. You're jumping ahead.
I'd like to.
Right now, we don't know if this is anything more than just an industrial accident.
I'd like to try and make another science check if I can.
Sure.
This has been going swimmingly. So, it's 27.
Does it pass?
You don't detect anything, like you don't detect any kind of warp energy.
Is the machine still crashed into the floor where it crushed the guy, or
No, it's been righted.
Is it
bolted
to the floor.
to the floor? Okay.
Is there evidence on the floor of where it landed?
Just some scuff marks.
And there's no evidence of.
Plasticrete.
Say again, please.
With gouges in the plasticrete.
Okay.
Looking at the bottom of it, does it seem... Do I see any marks where it might have been levered up?
ooh, nice.
Yeah.
No marks where it was levered up.
Do I see any marks where... Does it seem like there are any points where a bolt may have broken? Does that metal look stressed at all?
So give me another evaluate.
Ooh. Ooh.
A 2?
Daniel sees everything.
He's got the
gives
metallurgical reports of the various metals in the
That does give
machine.
me a degree of success on it because evaluate is int, right? Where'd evaluate go? Yeah. So I need 18 to get that because I'm not trained in evaluate.
Okay. So you do have a degree of success. You notice that the bolts are not you notice that the bolts are not coated properly.
Like not weather sealed.
No. CODED.
They're
not to
code.
Like, yeah, if you
They're not
So they're-
rated for what they're doing.
I don't have a bolt here. Yeah,
think I
like
do.
on the head of most bolts, there's some numbers,
What the fuck, my fidget? There
and
it is.
those code like the strength and like temper, material, like they give you the information about the bolt and what it's supposed to be.
Can't
Yep.
see it. There
What
we
it's
go.
supposed to be rated for.
Yep.
Hold on.
You're good.
Turn off your background, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Or put it
Yeah,
on
it's
your
just-
forehead.
Where the frick did it go?
I don't know.
So that top part's
all
just
of-
smooth.
So it's not smooth. It's just like it's the bolt that's supposed to hold 20 pounds of torque instead of like 200 pounds of torque.
Okay. I'm going to pass that along to Stepan quietly, though.
This quietly back to you. That goes with the cutting corners on what's going inside. If they're cutting corners of what's holding their machinery in place. This may not be a rivalry problem. This may be a
Is
not doing
is
their
there a
stuff
tech
right.
priest nearby?
Yes.
I'd like to talk to him.
He screeches at you in binary.
Yep.
Very busy,
Yeah.
much to do. Too many
Where-
junior adepts have died.
Yes, I'm aware. That's what we're investigating on orders of the Most Holy Inquisition. Where were these bolts on this specific machine sourced from?
These are locally produced.
Are you aware that they are not rated for what they're being used for?
We have made our prayers to the machine god and asked Costavir to give us replacements that meet the criteria set forth by the Omnissiah.
Thank you. Praise the Omnissiah.
I will not communicate with you in their language. I will only communicate with you in binary.
I have. Sorry, let me be clear. I've been in binary the whole time too.
Sure.
So we're listening to
Um,
these two screech at each other in a series of ones and zeros.
This sounds like angry dubstep.
No,
It
it's
sounds like the
dial up.
well, no, it sounds like the alien rat battle scene in Men in Black 2.
I totally don't remember that. I'm gonna have to find it now.
Yeah.
It's super early. It's like at the beginning of the movie. It's hilarious.
Okay. Daniel, he leans in and he says, all of the priests who died were in quality control.
Thank you for the information, brother.
Now, I must make sure that these servitors are performing up to their standards, such as they are.
Praise the Omnissiah.
Indeed.
I'm
gonna pass that along to Stepan as well. With my new shiny metal hand.
It just has a program that you bring it up and it's already like in that formation.
I just hold my hand up and the palm opens to the cog.
Yeah, here's a,
But I'm gonna pass that information to Stepan as well.
That's very interesting.
the other tech priest messages back #jealous.
Super interesting.
One of my old people groups was talking about the hashtag # tic-tac-toe thing. And I'm like, no, you guys don't understand. It's a sharp.
Yeah.
Not any of those things. It's a sharp.
Only sharps race. You need a little bit of balance. Where's the flats?
Fuck you.
I'll settle for a natural.
Okay, let's check out some of
It's
these
the only
other
one you can actually make with your fingers. Like the naturals, the only sign you can make with your fingers.
Yeah.
Let's go check out more of these sites.
I mean, close.
It's a little wonky, but I guess it would pass.
So is Brandon. He's a little wonky too.
That's just a beat.
So
Or
is a
D.
flat. Listen,
Okay.
I'm here to insult all the music heads. Flat's just a D, right?
So, insulting music heads. I gotta revise my will now.
Ooh, got him.
Flats are just D's. Prove me wrong.
Okay. So you guys check out a couple more of the machines where accidents have happened. And it definitely seems like there is a lot of substandard metallurgy in the factory. Excuse me.
The substandard machinery or metallurgy.
Yep.
That doesn't really surprise me.
Mm-mm.
Not with everything else we've seen. I think the real question here is, in what way is it substandard? Is it missing a key amount of a metal to be stronger?
Or is it the heat treating process?
Yeah, or is it the heat treating? If
So, I mean, like not all bolts are made out of the same material.
Right.
Some are made with like very low carbon steel. Some are made with high carbon steel. Some are made with like chromium and vanadium and titanium added to them that give them different like tensile strength, hardness, like
There's
all of that.
in a place where everything should be like absolutely uniform. There's like no uniformity.
Or of the utmost quality, it isn't.
Yep. So this would be the equivalent of like making a bolt out of copper or bronze and expecting it to serve in a place where you need a titanium bolt
Yeah.
because
Okay.
of extra strength. Does that make
Brandon?
sense?
Yes.
It'd be like
So-
putting this on an aircraft. This is just like the bolt from the shop,
Right.
that
meant to hold up maybe a step ladder.
that leads to the question: where's the superior metal going?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to be clear. I have not passed along the news to Ramo or Skarn yet.
Oh, sorry. Coo, where's the metal going? Coo.
Skarn's just sitting there.
I just
This
like I'm
fucking-
trying not to make a big scene about it by stopping and chatting with each of you.
You and
But
I.
I
Ramos like, oh, this is how bolt guns are made.
Yeah, I'm field trip. Yay!
He's like in the middle of the How It's Made show. He's like all
Yeah.
happy and excited.
Skarn's looking around at everything and saying, I'm going to get shot with one of these one day.
Hey,
I hope it's by the Black Templars. They're cool.
Udge, do we have any idea where House DeVere sources their material from? Do they make their own?
Can I find that on the Newsphere, Bruce?
I Jordan?
Are the mines local to the planet, or are they pulling ore in from off planet?
That's not really my question.
Oh,
Does House DeVere make their own bolts that should be getting used here? Or are they buying them from outside and trying to cut costs by buying shittier bolts to hold their stuff together?
So they purchase their ores from off-world, but they cast their bolts. Their bolts are machined in House DeVere Manufactoria.
Okay. So now we get to the where is this good metal going? It's not going into the bolt guns. It's not going into maintenance.
So you guys can complete your grand inspection with Beatrice DeVere. Gets you back to the Chimera, and on the way back to your lighter, your lander, she tells you that she has a meeting she has to get to. The Chimera makes a stop and then transport you guys alone, except for the driver and vehicle commander, back to your lander.
I continue making small talk, kind of nudging Udge that we're not going to say any of our suspicions out loud while we're in the Chimera. Kind of giving you that look, you know what I mean, Daniel?
yeah. I mean, Udge
doesn't know how to interact with meat bags.
But you're better with us.
Yes, specifically you, as you are also relatively intelligent. But I'm just kind of standing there awkwardly.
Okay.
Okay, Jonathan.
I'm not talking to Skarn.
Okay, Jonathan was raising his hand.
No,
No? Okay.
nope. I'm good here. I was probably futzing with my headphone.
So you guys get back to the lander and take off. You're headed back to Sword of Stars.
I kind of expected them to attack us in the Chimera.
No, we're not.
Aw, accident!
We need to go talk to House DeLong. We need to talk to House Giannini.
Yeah. I mean, after flat out mentioning that I wasn't wearing my armor, I thought Bruce was going to, at the very least, have us, get accosted by vagrants.
Or me just rolling in there. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, God.
I thought about heavy boltering you guys to death, but,
It's a bit cliche.
No, we need Adam if you're going to do
Hey,
that.
Skarn, when we go see House DeLong, stay in the lighter.
Skarn looks like a dejected
Like a puppy.
Like a
Yeah.
wounded puppy.
who's just been told yet they can't eat yet.
Marmalade.
He no longer has the energy sec.
I look at our server and I say, can you have the Sword of Stars contact House DeLong and set up some type of meeting for us? And then take us to House DeLong?
yes, Adept.
Ramo,
Immediate.
you're on.
All right.
Time for the big hat, buddy.
Yeah.
So are you
You
guys
have a bigger
skipping
hat.
Sword of Stars and going straight to DeLong, or are you guys going back to Sword of Stars first?
Straight to House DeLong.
I would like Udge to take this opportunity to use the secure line that the lander is going to have to the Sword of Stars to pass along the information we've gained.
Good call.
Also,
Not using a civilian line, but using the Inquisitor's like personal line.
Also, my armor is in the land. I didn't leave it on the Sword of Stars. It's on planet.
It's with
You mentioned earlier that it was going to be in the lander.
Yeah.
Mine's not. Mine's in my room.
Daniel, as you transmit all of the information that you guys have gained, including Stepan's video footage and your own downloaded video footage from your eyeballs. senior adept, like this information is received and will be collated. Continue with your mission.
Praise the Omnissiah.
The Emperor protect.
All right. Scarn, if you want to come with, you can be in the back, but you have to be quiet.
Can I have a cookie if I'm quiet?
You can have 2.
So, Brandon,
not have your teeth knocked
you're
out.
putting on your armor now? Is that...
Hang on.
No, I'm still in noble meeting noble clothes.
Okay.
Scarn can have 2 cookies, but it's actually 1 cookie broken in half.
And it's oatmeal raisin.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it looks like chocolate chip, so you get all excited, and then it's raisins.
It looks exactly like chocolate chip until it's raisin.
Now hold on. Do I get the cookies? Because
Yeah,
if
At
I
some
do,
point in the
and
future, maybe.
if I take a bite into that cookie and it's raisins, I take it and I throw it at Stepan.
That's fine.
How the fuck am I friends with you guys? No, raisin cookies are the best damn cookies in the universe.
What the
For
hell
the
are you
record.
talking about?
you
For the
go
record.
see yourself out. Oatmeal raisin cookies are an abomination because raisins are disgusting.
For the record, I adore oatmeal raisin cookie.
The fuck are you?
But I need to go into it knowing it's an oatmeal raisin cookie. If someone was like, here's a chocolate chip cookie, and I bite into an oatmeal raisin cookie, I will be disappointed because it's not what I thought it was. But if I
I'll
go
tell you
into
what the worst bait and switch ever was not cookie based. There was we had a Halloween party a couple of years ago at work, and there was a bowl of M&Ms, but somebody had mixed in some Skittles.
Oh no! No,
Right.
Murder them. Just murder them.
Like in the middle of this office full of like master's level social workers, like, who's the son of a bitch?
Who dies tonight?
So, I don't know why he thought this was it was a good bit. On the way to North Carolina, my dad picked up a thing of Krispy Kreme, and they were all like the round filled ones, except he bought a half dozen filled and a half dozen unfilled, and then he bought some straws and cut pieces off them and stuck them in the half filled. So he was like, I bought a dozen filled, but I really wanted the cream filling on the way in. So it was just a half dozen cream filled and a half dozen that he implied he sucked the cream out of, which was horrible.
That's a
That just
good
had
bit.
a fucking straw in them, or what?
That's a good bit.
He just had a plastic straw in them.
I think one of the worst things that's happened for me cookie wise is I've had an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie. It was divine.
Does sound good.
But then the next cookie was oatmeal raisin.
Oh, were they all in the same box?
Yes.
Oh, that's diabolical.
Mixing.
Oh my god.
I was betrayed.
You met Satan that day.
So, Skarn has thrown a cookie at Stepan on the way to house.
Like a petulant
Delgado.
child.
Yeah.
Like the petulant child that he is. I expected no less.
You know what? I throw it at the camera in particular because I know he's got one on him.
Not the camera.
Fuck you. Shouldn't have given me an oatmeal raisin cookie.
I throw it back at you.
Anyway.
I throw the other half.
We're meeting House DeLon, right?
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, you guys land at the House DeLong landing pad, and some
Bruce?
like a collection of junior nobles. Yeah, go ahead.
Point of order. House DeLong is intentional because I fully expect House DeVere to monitor where we went, and I don't want to go straight to their rival Giannini's. I want to make a stop in between so I can play off if I have to that we were sent to go talk to them by the DeLongs, whether they say anything or not.
Okay.
I need, what is it? Plausible deniability? I need plausible deniability.
I love your subterfuge, Jeff.
I can't remember Vestroya, but I can remember plausible deniability.
Yeah, good job, buddy. Maybe you should write Vestroya in your notes.
Shut up.
Okay.
I knew where I was from. My brain just couldn't make it come out.
Hey, Campbell. Big Russia might work as well.
You
Space
see,
Russia.
Russia.
Space Russia. That's the worst thing because in my head I wanted to say what hive I was from, but the only one I could think of was New Putingrad.
That would have been perfect. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with New Putingrad? I mean, come on. They tried to assassinate him by burning a flag on the Kremlin, where he doesn't live.
Novoya Khrushchevgrad. So you guys land at the House DeLong landing pad, and a bunch of junior nobles come out to greet you. Again, all dressed in their finery. There are a couple of sundry add-on assistants, stewards, an adept.
Ha ha ha. Okay.
And they're like, sorry, we were only just now informed of your request for a meeting with House DeLong. Please, if you'll come with us, we will escort you to our conference hall, and you'll be able to meet with the third baronet.
Wow.
Of course. Thank you for taking the time. We apologize for the inconvenience, but you understand heresy has no rest.
No heresy here. The Emperor protects.
The Emperor protects. He on Holy Terra.
He who sits on Terra.
Yeah, he who sits on Terra. Thank you.
Instead of just fancy Chimera, these are fancy ground cars.
Okay.
You drive for about 10 minutes.
I buddy up to the adept.
Okay.
Start pumping him for the same information I was looking for.
Okay, have that conversation.
Adept, fellow adept, it is so good to see someone of my own skill set.
Yes, quite.
We have questions regarding House DeVere.
Yes.
How are relations with DeVere and House Giannini?
They're strained. They're always strained.
From both sides or more from one?
I think more on the part of House DeVere. I think they're jealous of House Giannini's increased business contract activity. Although House Giannini has had some instances of piracy lately.
Oh, have
They still have more of the market share with local guard and PDF units.
Interesting.
And by local, I mean subsector wide.
Has this started recently, say in the last 3 months or so?
Their rivalry dates back hundreds of years.
No, this more
At least
increased rivalry and the more increased market share for Giannini when they started maybe stepping a little bit further ahead.
The instances of piracy started to occur a few months ago.
Interesting. I'm sure you've seen the reports from House DeVere's factorums.
Yes, it's unfortunate what's happening in their factories.
Yes. Do you realize that it's quality control adepts that are having accidents?
I did not. We'll have to have our agents look into that.
We are the agents.
UJ? UJ, can you come here for a second?
I'm gonna trundle over.
Could you share the information you discovered back on the ship with the adept?
UJ is gonna because the conversation was in binary. he's gonna reflexively just blurt out all the pertinent data in like the 2-second binary burst
No,
that he can.
About the bolters, about
And-
the
And that.
standard
oh.
stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Never mind.
Yes,
Yes.
we acquired bolters on the planet we were on before.
I
Until
I typed it out.
Glisten?
Glisten? I have glisten for the planet.
That's you, dumbhead.
No.
No.
That's probably the word I used in our first session. The official name of the planet in like the Dark Heresy book is Scintilla.
Okay.
That's
Jonathan's telling us there's a real
that's my
bad
fault.
No.
Daniel, like Glisten is a traveler planet that is like
okay.
the sector capital.
But
as I investigated these in my rights of maintenance, I discovered that the receivers and the barrels within the bolters, the two that I can tell, were made from substandard materials.
Interesting.
It may be pertinent as they supply the PDF to investigate all PDF bolt weapons.
We'll meet with the third baronet here in moments. I'm sure that all of this information would be good for him to hear.
I find his information from these weapons, along with our quality control accidents, to be concerning.
Very much so. That's why I wish for you to speak with the third baronet about this information.
Okay.
The third baronet, who exactly are they, and what is their role?
Probably the number
So-
3 person in the house.
Yes, the local governor, like the governor of Malfi, is Baron DeLong. So the third baronet would be like his third born child.
Which is interesting because we're getting an audience with an apparently higher level person than DeVere sent us.
It may have something to do with House DeVere trying to hide stuff, and the Inquisitor being the one who called.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. With that, with Daniel's comment there, we're going to wrap for tonight.
Bum,
Okay.
bum.
Everybody get 300 experience points, and we'll meet with the third baronet next week.
Tree fitting.
Alrighty.
Can I get
I am going to go to
All
the
right,
test
boys,
pattern.
good session. What's that?
Test pattern coming up.
301 for
Experience points away from something.
Yeah, I wanted to take mech use utility. A utility mechadendrite gives me a bonus to tech use.
Nice.
And
And then go ahead, bub.
I assume it also allows you to use the mechadendrite that is dragging behind you like a long old tail.
No, I already took that.
Oh, okay.
I already did that. I was looking at something else because I was trying to decide earlier what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Logic 10. I know I wanted logic 10, which is another 100.
Puppers.
Have you guys upgraded to like the weapon skill for bolt weapons?
Yeah, I took that last time.
Okay.
I don't have that yet.
that's what prevented me from taking this.
Okay.
And for 100 points, I can't do any stat upgrades. What else?
How
was I
much does
looking
it
at?
Boys, I gotta
cost
run.
for a step?
This was a great
Yeah, me
session.
too. It's
Thank you.
late.
Your stat upgrades vary by class, Bubba.
Okay.
This
This was a great session, though. I had to use
Yep.
many brains.
I feel like we didn't
Good
ask
night,
the right
everybody.
questions yet.
I feel like we haven't either, but I feel like we've asked a few really big ones.
Yes, we've taken a few leaps that'll help.
But on the bright side, we didn't have to kill anybody.
Oh yeah, that was the other one that I wanted right now. Here, AdMech.
Oh, pure AdMech. Okay.
Yeah, I have pure administratum
Well,
already.
what skill is governed by Peer Dad Fellowship?
I believe
Yes.
so.
Okay. Because I actually have a fucking negative to deal with fellowship for people who aren't Voidborn, but at least this way I stand a chance of interacting with, Mechanicum people if I have to make that roll.
Yeah, I have academics and administratum. It gives me a +10 to fellowship to them.
Yeah, I have the insane in academics as well.
So that spends 3 of my 350 that I have total and puts me at 1950 spent. So after this
How did you
next
find one for
level,
only 50?
huh?
Where did you find a skill for only 50?
I didn't. I had my ballistic skill upgrade I took was 250.
Mm. Okay.
But that leaves me after this next 50 that I spend, so I have to spend one more point in a lower tier, but then I will be in my next level bracket. Ooh, where I feel like I'm probably going to train awareness, because I can do that.
Probably a good idea.
I'll do that later.
What are you thinking, Dad?
I'm thinking I need to take those 2 skills Bruce said I had access to, but I gotta figure out how much to pay for them. The
What
Inquisition and the Traitor Legion.
what do you pay for other skills?
It's been 100, but those are a little more specialized. I want to make sure before I just do 100.
That he doesn't want them to be 2.
Right, or 150
Just put them in
or
the
something like that.
chat and find out.
I will, but right now we're still streaming because we're talking about games.
Barrack Lure.
I'm not sure after that.
That's not great.
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Night, Jonathan.
Good night, Bubba. I'm going to go ahead and run off too. It's warm up here, and I would like to not be so warm.
Wow.
Toodles, Dad.
Later.
Bye, everybody.